I'm Dr. Jennifer Warren, Medical Director of Physicians Healthy Weight Center, and I'm here with Melissa Clifford, owner of Sweet Melissa's Kitchen in Dover, New Hampshire. We're going to show a simple, healthy recipe tonight, and it is based on the new Nordic diet. This is a diet that's similar to the Mediterranean diet, but it's based on foods traditionally eaten in Scandinavian countries. And some interesting facts about the diet: it's been studied for about 10 years, has significant health benefits, lowering inflammation, cholesterol levels, blood pressure levels, and there are some weight benefits. So people who were on the diet found that they lost weight even when they weren't trying to count calories or intentionally lose weight, which is very nice. So, Melissa, what are we going to make tonight?
Tonight we're going to make Swedish meatballs. And this recipe, we're using a turkey, a breast of turkey, all white meat turkey.
Which is very classic for the diet. They like to use very low-fat meats.
Mm-hmm. So to start the meatballs, we're going to use a whole wheat breadcrumb and onion. And with this onion, we've grated it very fine so that so you don't have big chunks of onion in your meatballs.
And these are both very common ingredients in the Nordic diet. A little bit of whole grain, a little bit of root vegetables too.
So we're going to stir together the breadcrumbs and the onion, as well as a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of freshly black pepper and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, which gives it a nice, unusual, earthy flavor. I'm going to stir that together a little bit. Dr. Warren, you want to throw that?
I can do that.
Meat right in here.
Okay. That's about the extent of my cooking skills.
There you go.
Okay.
Great job.
Thanks.
And we're going to stir these together.
I might be able to handle that too.
You could get in there if you really wanted to with your hands.
All right.
If you wanted to get
I'll
really
let you
messy.
do that. That's okay.
Okay. So we're going to stir these meatballs real well. Now, can you take that pan right there and spray it with a non-fat, non-stick spray?
Okay. So this is canola oil, and this is where the new Nordic diet is a little bit different from the Mediterranean diet. The Mediterranean diet, everyone knows, uses olive oil, and they tend to use canola oil, which is actually derived from something called grapeseed. It's a strange name for a plant. And the canola oil is very low in saturated fat.
So is canola oil a blend of different oils?
It isn't. It's actually it is technically processed, but it is you can get cold pressed canola oil.
Gotcha. Okay, so once our turkey's mixed together nicely, can you help me scoop?
I can.
These scoops are a 2 tablespoon scoop, so they give us a nice, or you can just level out the 2 tablespoons. So it'll give us a nice 2 tablespoon scoop, and we're going to put those right out onto the baking sheet.
All right. How many across? We'll do 3?
Yeah, we'll do 3 across.
See? Look.
Good job. Nice work. You can get in there and roll them together.
I'm keeping my day job
with your nice clean hands.
All right.
Your nice clean doctor hands. There you go.
All right.
That's all right.
Melissa does this.
That's okay. You save people's lives. I make meatballs.
Okay.
Worked.
Okay. How many more here? You think?
Let's mix about 19 meatballs.
I think you've got a better scoop than I have.
Yeah, that's what it is.
She's cheating.
I did.
I know.
I practiced before you
How are you? Okay.
Actually, why don't you go ahead, and then I am just going to roll these a little bit and make them.
Okay.
If not, then we're going to have some crazy
All right.
meatballs. All right.
Okay.
Good job. All right. So from
Won't
here.
have anything in the kitchen yet.
No, you're good. These are going to go. I preheated the oven to 375. You could do these on the stovetop. I like to bake them. They bake up nice in 15 minutes because they're small. They're not too big, and nice and even. And then they will finish cooking a little bit in the sauce that we're going to prepare. So can you do me a favor? Throw it in that hot oven.
Okay.
Take my hand to squash.
Top shelf here?
Yes, perfect. And these are going to cook for 15 minutes, and again, the oven is 375. All right, and then once we have our meatballs going in the oven, we're going to make the sauce. And the sauce consists of mushrooms.
And Melissa foraged these herself today.
You did.
She did not do that.
You did.
I'm kidding.
No.
Don't do that unless
no.
you know what you're doing.
Okay. We're going to slice up, and for our mushrooms today we're using a combination of portobello and white mushrooms. Do you know the proper way to clean a mushroom, Dr.
I
Moore?
don't.
No?
I do not.
Okay, so what we want to do is just to get the dirt off.
Okay.
If you put them in under the water,
All right.
they're gonna soak up like a sponge, right? And they're gonna be mushy.
Slime. You don't want slimy.
No slimy mushrooms.
Okay. Very
So
good.
we're gonna give them a quick wipe over. And then portobello. These are nice and fresh.
Ooh,
So the gills are
good.
still on there.
Good.
And give those a quick wipe. So you wanna help me use a chop?
Okay. You sure?
You can
There's a
do
reason
it.
I didn't go into surgery.
That's all right. Yes. All right. Let's see your mad knife.
So what are we going to be doing
So
with this?
we're
I
gonna
used to be a
do.
wing carver.
You doing it?
Yeah.
We're just gonna give them a good chop. So
Okay.
half
Oops.
or that way, whichever.
All right.
Okay. Slice. There you go. Slice it down.
So is this the right way to do it? Down
It
from
is.
the top?
There's no right or wrong.
All right.
They're mushrooms. And then, there you go.
Is that gonna work?
Yep. Perfect.
My finger. Okay. All right.
All right.
And across.
Yep. And then across again. So we just have a nice bite size.
All right.
Because they'll cook, when they cook up, they'll shrink up just a little bit. All right. So these are our portobellos, and then we have our button. And do this. We can do the same thing. Just cut them in half.
So you don't have to cut the bottom off. I think I always do that.
Okay. You can do that.
I mean, I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't want to.
Cut it off.
I think I'm doing it wrong.
No, you're not.
Okay. There's no wrong in mushrooms.
No, actually, I thought I had cleaned this up before you came, but I guess I failed to do that.
That's okay.
All right. So we're going to cut those.
All right. Do I have to do these?
Yes. You do those. I'm going to get our skillet started. Medium-high heat.
Okay.
With a tablespoon of our canola oil.
All right.
And then we're going to get these in the oven. So we have also a clove of garlic, a clove of garlic as well. So we're going to throw the garlic and the mushrooms right in the hot pan. Okay. And these are going to take about 5 minutes to cook up. We want them to release the water because, like I said, they can be a little spongy. And then once those are cooked up, we're going to add Greek yogurt. So traditional Swedish meatballs usually calls for
Sour
full
cream.
fat,
That's
right,
right.
sour cream.
And that is one of the changes with the New Nordic diet. The low-fat dairy is higher in protein and lower in carbohydrate and lower in saturated fat. So that's where some of the anti-inflammatory component comes. The saturated fat excess amounts seem to increase inflammation. So beautiful. This is
Very
great.
nice. So before we add that, though, we're going to take our low-sodium chicken broth and a 1/4 cup of flour and slowly incorporate the flour into the chicken broth. So we're going to use this to thicken our sauce. If you just dump it in real quick, I find that you'll just get a big clump of flour. So this kind of helps dissolve the flour a little bit before we add it to our mushrooms.
And that's white flour. You can use probably whole wheat
flour.
This is whole wheat.
No.
Oh,
This
okay.
is white. This is white flour. I guess we could try it with a whole wheat sometime.
Possibly white whole wheat.
That could work. It's just to thicken it up just a little bit.
And that's a pretty small amount because this recipe is actually going to serve 5.
5. It's a quarter of a
very
cup.
tiny bit of wheat. Very good.
Okay. And that's done. I'm going to add it to our mushrooms. And this goes into the mushrooms. Stir that up a little bit. there, we're going to add our Greek yogurt.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Get
We love
that
Greek yogurt.
traditional creamy without
Right.
full
And
fat. So
it's Greek, which sounds more Mediterranean, but you could use Icelandic yogurt. There's skyr. I'm not sure how to say that correctly. Basically, it's the same thing.
And now we're going to add a little bit of pepper, about a half a teaspoon of cracked black pepper. So good. And then from there, we're going to add seedless raspberry jam.
Now, we were talking about this earlier. Raspberries. Does that work? What else do they use? The original recipe called for lingonberries. So if you happen to find lingonberry, you could use that. Raspberry is perfectly acceptable. We're going to try to find some lingonberry jelly in one of the next recipes that we do.
Yeah.
See how that
This is a nice,
out.
and that gives it a nice flavor of something unexpected but really tasty.
Little secret before, we did try the recipe with and without, and it tastes very different, but this is very, it's better with it.
It's very good. Okay, so we're gonna mix that together, and then the raspberry jam will disappear real quick. Okay. We're just gonna let that cook up for a few minutes.
Berries are a key component of the New Norfolk diet.
Once that's cooked up, we will add our cooked meatballs.
Let's try some.
All right. All right. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's do this together. Okay,
Right.
very good.
Ready?
I'm
Fork
ready.
for you
You want to do the next one?
And a fork
Okay,
for you.
we're gonna do this.
and a fork for me.
Very good. Gotta get the whole thing. Mushroom, meatball.
Yummy. That's really good. Delicious.
Absolutely fantastic.
Very good.
If you like.
Hold on a sec. Thanks for cooking me.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That was really fun. If you'd like to see this recipe, we have it on our website at Physicians Healthy Weight Center, healthyweightcenter.com. Also on your website, Melissa.
SweetMelissa'sKitchen.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.